All right.
There we go.
All right.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for joining us here at the Varsity Sports Show as we are happy to present to you a great game of football tonight between the Mountain View Toros against the Las Vegas High School Wildcats. To my right, I am joined by Ben Emerson. Ben, how do you feel about broadcasting this game tonight?
You know, I'm excited. Football season's back, and there's nothing better I want to be doing right now than just sitting here watching some good old football here at Mountain View High School.
Now, we got ourselves an interesting game here. It is a cross-state lines game, obviously with Las Vegas High School from up north in Nevada. The Wildcats, they've already played 2 games this season. They are 1-1, but the Toros, this is their first game of the season. Ben, how do you think that mismatch is going to play out tonight?
You know, Las Vegas already has a couple games under their belt. You know, they're nice and warm. But Mountain View's coming out here to play. They're going to be angry that they haven't had the chance to play. It's been a long off season, according to head coach Andy Litton. And, you know, they're just going to be out here. They're going to be ready. They're going to be playing some nice, hard football.
Absolutely, Ben. So coming in tonight, the Toros, they are ranked 7th in the 6A division and 1st in the East Valley of 6A. Meanwhile, Las Vegas, they are ranked 25th, I believe, in Nevada schools and 8th in their league in Nevada. So these are 2 high-powered teams. They both lost in the state championships last year. How do you really see this game playing out? What do you think is going to be the key for both teams to win tonight?
You know, this is just a game between 2 strong teams. Like you just said, both of them lost in the state championship last year, but that just means they have a bigger chip on their shoulder, and they're going to try and compete, and they're going to fight, and they're going to hopefully fight to win the whole entire thing this year. You know, Mountain View, they lost their senior QB last year, Brady Goodman. He was a 3-star commit to Utah State, but this year, junior Braden Merwin, he's going to try and take the charge and lead this offense to victory.
It is a scorching hot 104 degrees out here tonight in Mesa, Arizona. Ben, how do you think these teams are going to handle the heat tonight?
You know, like we saw last week when we were up in Phoenix, a lot of cramps. So that means there's going to be a lot of water, a lot of Gatorade. Try to keep them hydrated, try to get those electrolytes in, make sure those muscles are staying nice and healthy and no cramps. But you never know. It's Arizona football. There's always going to be that one moment where everyone's just going to be on the ground because every one of their muscles is tired.
All right, the coin toss has been decided. It's going to be a fun one tonight, Ben. I cannot wait to broadcast this game to everyone here. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Varsity Sports Show and listening to our broadcast tonight. We are very honored to have you here with us tonight to enjoy this fine game of football.
And it looks like the Toros won the coin toss, so they'll be kicking it off to Las Vegas.
All right, so they'll be going on defense first. Ben, what do you think the game plan is there to go on defense first tonight?
Probably just stop the momentum. You know, you can't get any yards if you don't have any momentum. So Mountain View is going to be looking to stop the run game, stop the pass game, do whatever they can. They're going to be led by senior linebacker Preston Patterson. He's first year as a captain. He's going to be leading this defense to victory.
All right, we said it is hot tonight, but Old Glory at the west end of the stadium is in full view because of the wind from the west side there. That'll be a nice welcome relief from the heat. Here we go. Mountain View getting set for the kickoff here.
On the kickoff, the Toros number 15,
Riley Mason, the kicker, to kick us off tonight. All right, here we go. Friday night action here in Mesa, Arizona. A low kick out of bounds.
That's just so unfortunate for Mountain View. Starting the game off with a penalty, and Las Vegas will be starting their drive at the 40-yard line.
A bad mistake there on the kickoff to start it out. Very low kick there on the kickoff. And here we go, the Las Vegas High School Wildcats. They're going to get set here on offense. Leading the team at quarterback is Tyree Smith McDonald. And for the Toros here on defense, they're looking for a very quick start here.
You know, McDonald seems to be a good QB. He's going to lead this team. Senior is in his fourth year of this team's as a team's QB. Hopefully, he can lead this opening drive to a score.
There we go. There's the handoff. It is a quick run to the running back there. A gain of about 2, it looks like. So it'll set up 2nd down and 8.
Like I said in the pregame, this defense needs to stop the run and stop the pass. Stephen Bullock, obviously a great running back. He's got to be the starter on varsity. Only a couple yard gain there for Las Vegas as this Mountain View defense just piled and piled on him.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Ball at the 42-yard line of the Wildcats. And it's a fake. He's looking to throw down the field overhead of his man. He was aiming there for Avante Fryman, the junior wide receiver, and he just overshot the pass.
And just overshot it, like you just said. You know, that's so unfortunate. Wide open in the middle of the field would have been a big gain as there was no one in the area. Just a little bit overthrown, but we'll see what they have here on 3rd and long.
It is worth knowing that the Wildcats have the wind to their backs. That may have affected the throw there. Here we go, 3rd down and 8 already. McDonald, he's going to take the snap and he's going to look to throw. There's pressure, and he's sacked on the 3rd down. A huge sack by the Toros. The sack was done by T.J. Gaines, senior.
And a great pressure right there from this defense. A quick 3 and out right there on this opening drive, and that's exactly what you want to do if you want to win this game. You got to start off strong, you got to end even stronger.
Just like you said, Ben, right before the kickoff, a quick start on defense and the momentum, and that's exactly what the Toros did right there on defense. A quick 3 and out. All right, here we go for the punt.
Oh.
Across the field, it is hauled in, and it's going to be returned. Hauled in at the 30, and he's already to midfield. He's at the 40, he's at the 30, he's at the 20, he's all the way for a touchdown!
What a return there from Mountain View. That is Cash Skousen, and he just found a lane, and he took it all the way, and great blocking there from the special teams unit on this punt return.
Excellent block there. What a great start for the Toros. Couldn't have scripted it any better than that. A special teams touchdown in the early part of the game. I mean, that is just a huge, huge boost of momentum for this team.
And that's a great start to the game. A quick 3 and out, and then a special teams touchdown. You're scoring points without your offense ever have to go into the field. That's the ideal way you want to start out a game.
Fireworks are going off as Mason drills the extra point right in between the upright.
A little bit better kick than his kickoff there.
And now we'll see, he'll be at it again for this kickoff. He'll hope to remedy that mistake that he made on the opening kickoff, but it really hasn't costed the Toros anything because that's been the only flub they've had tonight.
Yeah, obviously this team is going to be strong. They're going to come out here, they're going to win, and they just came out here and they dominated this first drive. A quick 3 and out, like I just said, with a little help from the wind and an overthrow on 2nd down, and then a nice 70-yard punt return there to get the Toros a 7-0 lead.
All right, here as they get set for the kickoff, out back for Las Vegas is Stephen Bullock III and Damian Rutherford.
Let's see if Las Vegas can get a return this time, and if they will, we'll see how far they take it.
Here we go. Mason gets set for the kickoff here. And there's the kick, high into the air. It is, almost muffed there by the return, but he's able to pick it up, and he's down at the 25-yard line of the Wildcats. So now they go back out here on offense, already down 7-0.
A great tackle there by Teo Weeks. You know, he's on offense, he's a leader on offense, but obviously this team trusts him enough to be a leader on kickoff as well, as he just got a nice, pure tackle right there on kickoff.
All right, Ben, what do the Wildcats do here, already down by 7 on their second drive on offense?
I say just pound the ball in the zone, rely on that running game. We'll see how strong it is. They ran once, passed twice, so we'll see as they hand it off right here.
Oh, and a big run. He's able to go through the second level, down at about the 35-yard line. And that's going to be a second down. Looks like second down and 1.
And they're going to go into a quick huddle to try to get this defense tired because, they're already energized and they're already having a great start to this game.
Laundry out on the field. Official saw something, a false start on the Wildcats.
And that's terrible to see right there for Las Vegas. You just had that good run of 9 yards and then you have to go back 5 yards. So that really just makes it a run of 4 yards, makes it second and mid here. It's still in their own territory.
First down marker is the 38-yard line. That's where the Wildcats need to go. McDonald walking up to the line. Now he's going to walk back, stay in the shotgun formation.
Double bunch on both sides by both receivers.
There we go. There's the snap. He's going to look to that side on a screen pass, and it's read like a book by the Toros.
And another great tackle there by the Toros. Make it third and mid just like they like it, and that'll hopefully energize this defense to get another stop here on third down.
Deshaun Dion there was on the catch. Here we go. It's a third down. Looks like third down and 6 for the Wildcats here, Ben. What do you think they do on this play?
Well, you look at the defense here. They're very spread out up the middle, of course, so you might just have to go towards the sidelines for both of them. Just try to get some yards.
Here we go. McDonald looks. He throws to the sideline. His man is out of bounds. It's Dion again. And it is a first down.
And like I said, just aim towards the sidelines. All the defenders were bunched towards the middle, and the sidelines were wide open. As long as he beat his man, that was going to be an easy first down.
Ball is at the 38-yard line of the Wildcats. First and 10 here. McDonald in the gun as well. Hands off. It's to Bullock the third again. He only gains about 2 yards there, and looks like second down and 8 at the 40.
It might not seem like much, but like my coach told me when I was playing, positive yards is better than no yards or negative yards. So at least they got something on that play right there.
Starting to establish a rhythm here for the Wildcats. All right, here we go. Second down.
Don't be a shock to see them trying to hit that one-on-one on the top of your screen right there.
And oh no, it's kept by the quarterback. There's the pass to Dion. He's down the sideline across midfield, out of bounds at about the 42-yard line.
A great RPO right there. You saw the QB roll out of the pocket, and there's a defender in his running lane, so then he just decided to dump it off to his receiver and get a big yardage gain right there and get the first down. And now they are in the Toro territory.
The Wildcats are cooking on this drive right now. First and 10 at the 42. Another fake handoff, another pass to the sideline. And it looks like a gain of about 5 on that play.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They go back to the screen towards the sideline, and it just keeps getting them positive yards. That one a gain of 5 right there. And Las Vegas is on their way to a nice little drive they have right here.
Some substitutions here on the field for the Wildcats.
And that wind's really going to play a factor in both teams. We'll have to see how Las Vegas handles going with them, while we'll have to see how Mountain View goes against it.
Here we go. Ooh, a dump off here to the wide receiver. He gets around the edge to the first down marker. I believe he is short though. Can't really see where the ball is placed, but it will be a third down at the 34-yard line.
A couple yards short right there. A nice quick little play call, a nice little shovel pass to the wide receiver right there. Now, like they've been doing this whole entire drive, a nice little quick drive.
A handoff, and it gets snuffed out by the Toros. On the tackle there, it looks like it is Tyson Ramos, the junior defensive end.
And Mountain View had enough of them getting yards, so they just said, we're going to go get the ball, and that's exactly what they did to help them get a yard of no gain, get a rush of no gain right there.
Here we go, an aggressive play call, 4th and 2 for the Wildcats. McDonald takes the snap, he looks to throw, he throws down the sideline, wide open man, He's out to the 20, to the 15, to the 10. He gets brought down at about the 8-yard line. What a play there by the Wildcats. The pass was caught by Avante Fryman, the junior wide receiver.
And a great play call there on offense, but even better track down there by Cash Gausen on defense, helping them prevent a touchdown, get them tackled inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Here we go, 1st and goal at the 8. Donald with the handoff. Their gain of about 1, the handoff to Bullock.
This defense is feisty. I would stop aiming towards running up the middle. All the holes are getting plugged up immediately, and this defense is going to keep pushing them backwards if they keep doing that. I keep it to the hash to the sidelines if I was Las Vegas.
Here we go. They're waiting on the play call here. As they get set, here we go. They line up onto the line of scrimmage. Ball's down at the 6-yard line.
All 4 receivers to the right as one of the receivers goes in motion.
Here we go. McDonald, he's looking that way towards the end zone. Ball is on the ground. He missed his man. He was aiming there for William Ellsworth. Incomplete pass.
Just did not have enough power on that pass. And either way, everyone there was covered. Great zone defense there by the defense, and everyone was just covered. So you had really no option there. So that was probably the best case scenario for them.
Here we go, 3rd down and goal at the 6-yard line. The Wildcats knocking on the door, tying this game up. McDonald in the backfield. Takes the snap, he's gonna throw it here. Steps up into the pocket, rolls to his right. He's gonna heave it downfield, and it's intercepted in the end zone! A huge interception there by the Toros.
And that is Emmett Hawks right there, really hawking down that ball and kicking it off for the defense to get the momentum back on Mountain View's side.
A huge interception there. I believe he intercepted the ball right at the goal line. He took it out there, and the ball is down deep in Toro territory at the 4-yard line. But they did prevent the Wildcats from scoring and tying the game. It's still 7-0 Toros.
And now we finally get to see this Toro offense. Remember, they scored on a punt return, so this is their first time on the field today, and we'll see how QB Braden Merwin does leading this offense.
Merwin is under center. It's going to be a handoff to the running back. And he gets a good gain there to about the 10-yard line.
You know, Coy Bodley led the team in yards per game last year, so he's back and he's hungrier than ever. He's trying to lead the team again this year and maybe even get more workload in as he's trying to lead this offense.
5 minutes to go in the quarter. Got some movement there on the line of scrimmage. Merwin's under center. Another handoff. He gets wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, is able to shake off the man, but goes nowhere after that. I believe he did gain a yard, though. Hard to say from this angle, but that ball really didn't go anywhere on that play, Ben.
Yeah, that defense blew it up. They knew exactly who it was going to, so they're going to try it. They were going to beat the line, and they were going to tackle him for a loss, and they ended up tackling for no gain, so that's just as good as a loss.
Merwin under center again, fakes the handoff. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to throw. He's got a wide open man. It's a 1st down, out of bounds at the 25-yard line. The pass, was caught by Teo Weeks.
You know, we were talking about Merwin and Bodley. Teo Weeks, also a huge contributor to this offense. The junior heading into his 2nd year on varsity, and he's going to try and be the wide receiver leader for this team.
Here we go. Merwin is in the gun for the first time tonight. It is a handoff to Bodley. He's got room. Gets almost to the 1st down marker. He is short, looks like 2nd down and 2. The ball is at the 37-yard line.
And it looked like his hole plugged up in the middle, so he bounced it to the outside to get more yards, and that's great vision right there from the senior running back.
32-yard line, rather. Merwin is under center again, some movement on the line of scrimmage. Hands it off to Bodley again, who's got a huge hole, almost to midfield. He shakes off a man. He's across midfield, down at the 47-yard line of the Wildcats.
What a great run there by Bodley, but even better blocking on the front half, as there was just nothing but field in front of Bodley. As soon as he got to the 45-yard line, that's around the time where he met his first defender and just shook him off to get more yards.
He had a huge hole there that he was able to run through. Great running. And now there is a timeout maybe? The refs stopped the clock here. Some confusion on the field.
I think a uniform timeout there.
And there's a substitution for the Toros. Here we go, first down. Merwin looks to throw, rolls to his right. He's gonna throw it downfield. He's got Weeks wide open, and he's got the catch. Down, it looks like at about the 11, and the Toros are right on the edge of scoring once again to extend their lead.
And Weeks was wide open. No defenders in the area, so he lofted that ball in there. If he let him a little bit more, that would have been an easy touchdown. The Toros would have been up by 2 scores by this point.
Merwin had Weeks to throw that ball to Weeks. Here we go. Merwin is under center. And it's going to be a play action. Merwin rolls to his left. He's rolling, running. He's going to take it himself. He has a blocker. Oh, a block from the back there. And he gets brought down by Evan Mendez of Las Vegas.
A great tackle there. You could have been the judge on that one. That could have been a horse collar, but it didn't look like he got rolled over. It looked like he just got hit from behind very high. And so that's just a good, clean tackle there from the defense.
Ball is down at the 5-yard line. Deep in the red zone here. Merwin takes the snap. He hands it off to Bodley, who's going to walk it into the end zone. Oh, he might have. Nope, he was stopped just short. Looks like a yard short of the touchdown. It will be a first down, though.
And that's just terrible. That's just terrible to feel right there. You think you have an easy lane to the end zone, and then you just get stopped just short of it. Let's see if he can punch it in here this time.
First and goal. Merwin hands it off to Bodley, who gets stuffed right away. A big tackle there by Damian Rutherford.
Rutherford with a great tackle there. Bodley's not easy to tackle as we've seen so far, and so he just went straight for the ankles, wrapped up, grabbed him, and pulled him down short of the goal line. Great tackle there.
Ball is down at the 2-yard line, second down. And a whistle blown on the field.
Looks like a timeout called by Las Vegas.
Las Vegas surely wants to have a solid game plan here on defense to try to prevent a touchdown. They're already down 7-0 thanks to that special teams return touchdown earlier in the game.
And I'm going to go back to that deep pass we saw earlier from Merwin to Weeks. We don't usually see lefty QBs roll out to their non-throwing side and throw it that deep in the air, but Merwin had the gut feeling that he could get it there, and he took the chance and hit Weeks immediately for the big gain and put him inside the 10.
It is under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter of this game, as both teams are still deliberating here on this timeout.
And you wonder if Las Vegas felt pressured into using that timeout because it's still the first quarter. He still had it. He would rather keep all 3 timeouts for later in the second quarter whenever he's trying to score or maybe trying to prevent them from scoring. So hopefully he knew what he was doing and he didn't feel pressured into using one because of his defense.
Worth noting, Ben, that the Toros are working against the wind, but it hasn't stopped them yet. Here we go. They get set up for the second down play. Merwin is under center as he has been for most of this drive.
Tight end's behind the guard right there. We'll see if it's a run play.
It's a handoff to Bodley, and he walks it in to the end zone for a touchdown. Easy run there for Coy Bodley. A great drive by the Toros, and they are making a statement in this opening quarter.
That is a 96-yard drive capped off by a 2-yard rushing touchdown from Coy Bodley with great blocking there. He just found a nice easy hole and just walked it straight into the end zone for the easy touchdown, make the game 13-0.
And here's the kick by Mason. It's low, and it's no good. A missed extra point attempt keeps it at 13-0, and so far tonight, Ben, that has been the only blemish on the Toros, just a couple of bad kicks. But they have overcome them easily because the rest of the team, the defense, the offense, they are cooking tonight. Gordon Ramsay would be proud of their cooking.
And I wonder if I accidentally gave a nice little commentator's jinx right there. I said 14-0 on accident, thinking they already made the extra point, and then as soon as he kicked it, he missed it. So I wonder if that's my fault there. And if it is, I sincerely apologize, Mason, for making you miss that kick.
The announcer jinx, it is a strong one. Something we always got to watch out for. Here we go. Toros on the kickoff with a 13-0 lead with 1:45 left to go in the first quarter. of this game, and so far it has been all Toros. The Wildcats were able to drive it down the field into the red zone in their last drive, but it ended in an interception. Here we go. Mesa gets set for the kick, and it's off. High kick, and it's going to be fielded by the Wildcats, and it's going to be returned, and it gets stuffed down at the 16 or 17 yard line. Looks like it was Tristan Wills on the tackle.
And you have to wonder if these coaches are telling the returners to field the ball every single time. That looked like it had the chance, had a little front spin on it, so it had a chance as soon as it bounced and hit the ground, it was going to roll into the end zone. That could have been a touchback, and they could have been starting their drive 9 yards or up further on the field, but we'll have to see. We never know. We'll have to wonder what's in the mind of these returners.
Right now, it is still a hot one. I believe still 100 degrees outside. It should have dipped into double digits until the 8 o'clock hour, but that wind is blowing right now. Again, it is coming from the west side of the field, and it will be going with the Wildcats. Here we go. McDonald takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff. Oh, and he kept the ball, but it was immediately snuffed out by the defense.
And a great read there by the defense. They had two guys blitzing off the edge because they knew they were going to run the option. So one guy followed the running back. The other one had his eyes on the QB the whole time. So there was really just no way. There was no way anywhere possible for Las Vegas to go and gain yards.
That man did his weekly reading tonight because he read that play like a book. And it's going to be a second down. Looks like second down and 12 for the Wildcats, who need something positive to go their way. McDonald in the backfield. He's going to keep it, looks to throw, steps up in the pocket. He's throwing deep down the field. He's got a man, overthrew it though. Two defenders were there to defend the play.
And you have to wonder if they just were looking for the big play right there. There was no way anyone would have taken that shot unless they just wanted the big play. There were three defenders in the area, two of them over the receiver. That could have been a chance for an easy pick for one of them if that ball had just been a little bit underthrown by the QB.
Here we go. It's going to be a third down now. A big, big third down tonight. Already, McDonald, he's alone in the backfield. He's going to throw it. He's got pressure, and he gets brought down in a sack. Oh, and a huge sack on the quarterback. I can't tell who did the sack. I believe, I don't know who did the sack there, Ben, but it was a great defensive play by the Toros.
And you can't tell who did the sack because three defenders on that D-line were all contributors on the sack. So really, that's just the whole defense's sack because all the defensive backs were also on their mans to help prevent them from getting open, and the QB had no one, and that eventually led to a loss of 4 yards.
It's a fourth down at the 19-yard line. The offense is still out on the field, however, Ben. What do you think are the Wildcats' mindset right here?
They're trying to drain the clock here. I wonder if they're going to take a delay of game or take a timeout. Interesting there. So now they're going to head into the second quarter with only one timeout.
Interesting strategy there by the Wildcats, as there is just 1 second left in the opening quarter of this game. Already plenty of fireworks, big passes, big runs, but right now it has been all Toros, 13-0.
And like we said in the pregame, this defense and this offense just needs to keep going. You got to start out strong, end even stronger. And from what it looks like from Mountain View, they're going to be ending a lot stronger than they started. And they already started out pretty strong here.
Here we go. Looks like the traditional punt team is out there now. And it will be Arturo Reyes Perez for the punt.
And back to return for the Toros, believe, is Skousen. So we'll see if he can do it again.
Skousen's out at the 47. There's the punt. It is a low punt. Takes a bit of a Wildcats bounce, but it'll be down at about the 47-yard line in Wildcat territory. And that is going to end the quarter as we switch sides here, Ben. 13-0 lead for the Toros as they had a great offensive drive that ended with a touchdown run by Coy Bodley, and a huge punt return touchdown by Cash Skousen in that opening quarter.
Yeah, well, as we see here, they're going to start on the 47, on the Wildcat 47. So hopefully the Wildcats will try and stop them as hard as they can. But we'll see how this offense continues to build on their lead.
And that wind is really picking up. It's starting to blow now more from the northwest side of the field. That could be a story going on later in this game as this wind just continues to blow. But it is a nice reprieve from the heat.
And this offense is not only led by their QB and their star receiver and running back, it's also led by 3-star offensive tackle Ty Kennedy. According to 24/7 Sports, he's already committed to Washington, a big body up there on the front line. So we'll see how well he continues blocking here tonight.
Weeks is in motion, and it's a keep by Merwin right up the middle. He had a huge hole, and he's down at the 35-yard line. An easy first down by the Toros. Ben, they are just cooking right now.
One of the hardest plays to defend is the option, because the QB has the option to either keep it or hand it off or do whatever else is added to the play. And clearly it's showing against this Las Vegas defense, as they have no way of stopping the option right now.
They're earning their jacket in Hell's Kitchen tonight on offense. Merwin looks to throw. He's going to throw. He's got a man out in the open there, down at the 30. That pass was caught by Max Germain Jr., the tight end.
Another star on this offense, Germain Jr., the starting tight end last year as well. He's a senior this year, but he clearly has that mentality to keep on fighting, to keep on getting extra yards.
Merwin looks to throw again, rolls out to his left. He's got a man. It's caught. He goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. It was Vinny Uriarte on the catch.
First time we've seen Uriarte today. It's really just been weeks as been the only receiver. So glad to see that Merwin is expanding his arsenal to all of his receivers on this drive.
Germain and Uriarte, their first catches tonight here to open this quarter. Here we go. Another throw for Merwin. Quick, he's got it on the slant. He walks it into the end zone for a touchdown. Bowen Germain, the sophomore, got the touchdown.
Well, we saw Max Germain earlier get a catch and get him into the inside the 30. Bowen Germain this time gets a touchdown, the sophomore, and that has to be a great moment for him, as not very many sophomores, unless you're a very small school, which Mountain View is not, get on to see the playing time on varsity.
And he showed why he's on the varsity team tonight. Already the third touchdown of this game for the Toros, as the fireworks are going off here as they get set for the extra point.
It looks like they might be going for two to try and get the score back up to 21.
Here we go, a 2-point play, aggressive play call for the Toros. Merwin, he's going to keep it, and he's going to run it in himself for the 2-point conversion.
Nice, great running there by Merwin. On the 2-point conversion, you just want to try and get into the end zone, so he put his helmet down and just ran as hard as he could. No defenders wanted to get in front of him. He had an easy score right there.
Walked it into the end zone. It is a 21-0 lead in the early going here against the Wildcats.
And you have to wonder if the punt right there that made the Wildcats or made the Toros start their drive on the Wildcat 47 had anything to play a factor in that one, as they didn't have to go nearly as far as they did their first scoring drive.
And right now, another factor that is going the Toros' way with this hot start, they have the crowd into it right now.
Yeah, not very many people here from Las Vegas. It is a bit of a travel here, but still, their fans are cheering on their team as they're going to try and get the momentum going their way this right here.
Here we go. Riley Mason is going to kick it off again for the Toros. Already the fourth time tonight he'll be kicking off.
And he's improved on every single kickoff. The first one, as we know, started going out of bounds. The second one was a little bit better, but the Wildcats still started the drive inside the 20. The third one, he had to field it at the 4, and they started the drive at the 16. So we'll see if he can get an even better kick this time.
The wind is on the Toros side this time. There's the kick, and that is going to go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Wildcats will pick it up at the 20-yard line.
And my question has been answered. You got a better kick than you did the last time. Even though the outcome of it ended up being worse this time, you always want to have a kickoff whenever you're kicking off. It should give the kicker so much confidence, and they start the drive at the 20-yard line instead of getting a return of having a potential touchdown on them.
And now the Wildcats get set on offense once again. Down 21-0. Ben, how are they going to dig themselves out of this hole?
Well, it starts with the offensive line. We've seen a little bit of struggles there. The center right now is kind of lofting the snaps into the QB. So we'll have to see if he could get stronger snaps, but this offensive line has to get going.
Here we go. McDonald handed it off to the running back there. Bullock, the third.
Ball carried by number 4, Stephen Bullock.
And it'll be a 2nd down and 7, it looks like. Ball is down at the 23-yard line.
Well, it seems like nothing has gone right for this offense, so maybe a nice little 3-yard gain will get this offense going and get them started.
McDonald, he's been in the shotgun all game tonight. And he's going to stay there for this play with Bullock beside him. He's going to look to throw. McDonald throws, finds his man for the 1st down. And it's Deshaun Dion again on that play.
That's a great way to get some yards, get this offense going. Nice little quick passes, slants, hooks like that you just saw right there. Gets them going. It's nice and easy, and the defense can never read them because they're always trying to stop the big play, especially with what we've seen so far from this offense and how much they like to take the big shot.
And it's good for the Wildcats to see a good pass play there with the wind against them now. Here we go, 1st down. Ball is down at the 38-yard line. McDonald looks, he's gonna throw. Oh, it's bobbled and intercepted, and he's gonna go all the way for a touchdown. Oh, and he's almost brought down. A lot just happened on that play there, Ben. It was bobbled by the receiver, intercepted by the Toros. He was running all the way to the end zone. Looked like he got tackled right as he got to the goal line, and there's a flag on the play.
Well, it looks like one of these cases of celebrating too early. The wide receiver there never gave up and tried to force the fumble there. Unfortunately for the Wildcats, the ball landed in the end zone. The Toros landed on top of it. We'll just have to see what this penalty is, as they haven't actually called it a touchdown.
That was King David for the Wildcats, who batted the ball away there right by the goal line. And the interception by the Toros was by number 23, Ivan Valenzuela.
So we'll see how they rule it.
Call on the field is a touchdown.
And I wonder if it was a touchdown scored by Valenzuela or if he fumbled it and it was picked up in the end zone by Scousrin, as he did fall on top of it in the end zone after the ball was stripped away.
So far tonight, we've seen a punt return touchdown for the Toros, and now we see an interception/fumble return touchdown. Very interesting game for the Toros going on, but right now, pending the kick by Mason, they're about to be up by 4 whole touchdowns.
And you have to feel bad for Valenzuela. That was an easy pick 6 for him right there. He did a great job going to the end zone. He just got a little too excited, celebrated too early.
There's the kick by Mason. And it is good. So it's a 28-0 lead for the Toros over the Wildcats tonight. Mountain View, they are just playing excellently tonight in their season opener game against the Las Vegas High School Wildcats. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight with us here on the Varsity Sports Show.
And we've barely seen the offense here tonight. The offense has scored 14 points, and so has the defense/special teams. So this has been all around great scoring by everyone on this football team, and so we'll have to continue to see how they keep on doing it.
Here we go, Riley Mason for the kickoff for the 5th time now. Already with just under 10 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. Right now, the Wildcats, they have to get something going on offense, or else this game might as well be over already. Trying to prevent it from being a shutout.
Well, clearly one team was ready and one team was not. Mountain View, they are based in Arizona, so they are used to this weather. So I have to wonder if Las Vegas was just not used to how hot it was today when they were warming up. They could be out of energy already, and it's showing right now.
Here we go. Looks like for the penalty, the kickoff was moved to the 45-yard line of the Wildcats. This is going to be a short kickoff. There's the kick. It's a low kick. It'll go out of the end zone for a touchback. So the Wildcats will set up shop on offense at the 20-yard line for the second time.
And there's really nothing you can do there if you're Mesa. He aimed for the end zone and he hit it immediately. That was a line drive. That looked like a pass from a QB right there towards the end zone. That was just a line drive. That went into the end zone fast and it exited the end zone even faster.
The Wildcats now set up on offense, down 28-0. It's got to be hard to dig deep and try to find an extra gear right now in this situation, but that's exactly what the Wildcats have to do. Let's see what they cook up on offense.
Well, the Wildcats are not afraid. They are not afraid of slow starts. They're going to try and pressure this defense here, and it's going to show right here on this first play.
Bullock with a huge run there. He was able to get plenty of space on the outside, got the first down and some change. The ball is down at the 37-yard line of the Wildcats. So a quick first play there on offense by the Wildcats, and a play they really needed.
Well, I said this in the first quarter. It looks like every single time they try and run it up the middle, the holes get plugged up immediately, and it goes for no yards or a loss of yards. So they're gonna. So my recommendation was they try and keep it outside. Every single time they have done that, it's been positive gains.
Here we go. McDonald looks towards the sideline as he's in the shotgun formation, as he has been all night tonight. He's got Bullock beside him there to his left. He's going to need another handoff to Bullock, and he gets through. He got to the second level there, shook off a bunch of tackles, almost to midfield. I believe he's just short of midfield, so it'll be second down at the 49-yard line, or no, at the 48-yard line.
And that looked like Buck Sweet right there, as the whole entire line just took everyone on the defense to the left side, and that just opened up an easy hole for Bullock.
A screen pass there, and it was caught by Dion, and he gets past midfield.
Forced out of bounds by number 21, Jackson Murdoch.
Well, we saw the rare occasion last drive of the quick pass not working, but that wasn't even a bad look right there. It just was a little bit too high, and it just slipped right out of the receivers. I think this offense just needs to keep pounding that quick pass, keep pounding the runs to the outside, and they'll be in the end zone in no time.
Trips bunch on this formation here. McDonald hands it off to Bullock. He gets across midfield, down at the 50-yard line exactly for second down.
Bullock showing he can take a hit right there. He got hit hard as soon as he got the handoff and as he was going down. Just multiple defenders digging their helmets into his ribs, and he's back up and he's feeling better than ever.
Here we go. The Wildcats are moving the ball down the field. Here we go. McDonald looks to throw, and it's over his man intended for number 12, Avante Fryman, on that play, but it was overthrown. It'll be third down at the 50.
Well, that looked a little bit like what they call a hospital pass. It got overthrown, but the defender was sprinting towards the receiver there, looking to take his head off, and so he slowed down as soon as he saw the ball was past him and incomplete. But we always have to wonder what would have happened if he completed that pass. How hard would he have gotten hit right there?
Here we go, a critical third down. McDonald by himself in the backfield. He's rolling out to his left. He throws a little short of the first down there. And it's an incomplete pass, once again intended for Avante Fryman. And that'll make it now fourth down at the 50, and the offense is still out there on the field.
Yeah, that defense plowed through the blocking once again, and the quarterback just got hit as soon as he was throwing it, so that left the ball a little bit short, and then Fryman had to come back for that pass. So either way, it would not have complemented to a first down. It just would have been nice and helpful to get a little bit more yards gain here on fourth down.
Exactly right here, Ben. They do a substitution there.
better get here quickly or they're going to call a timeout.
They only have one timeout left.
And they just called it.
So now the Wildcats are out of timeouts for the remainder of the half, and we are just barely under 8 minutes left in the quarter.
Yeah, I wonder, it's not even their first game of the season either, so I can't say it's also the first game for the QBs. This is their third game of the season. So you have to wonder what the coaches are thinking right now as they're calling all their timeouts here before the 7-minute mark here in the second quarter. But also Mountain View is enjoying this as they're getting a lot of breaks here in the first quarter, in the first half, really. And so their defense is now really re-energized, and they're looking to stop the Wildcat offense here on 4th down.
A critical 4th down play coming up here for the Wildcats, because it has been all Toros tonight. Nothing has gone the Wildcats' way. But if they can get this 4th down conversion, that'll be the first hugely positive play of the game for the Wildcats.
Well, the Wildcats only had one drive in the opponent territory, and that one drive almost resulted in a touchdown, but it ended up being picked. So we'll have to see if they can get the big play right here and keep the offense rolling.
Trips bunch on the left of McDonald. He is, and that's a false start by Deshaun Dayon, it looks like. He ran across the line of scrimmage.
And that's why, as a receiver, you always watch the ball. That's what I was always told when I was growing up playing football. My coaches always told me, watch the ball. The O-line pays attention to the cadence. You just have to watch the ball, and that's whenever you get going and you just keep doing your thing.
All right here, so that'll push the 4th down to the 45-yard line of the Wildcats. Be 4th and 13, it looks like.
And instead of it being 4th and long, it is 4th and extra long. So now the Wildcats have to dig deep into their play call right here.
Here we go, McDonald, he looks, he's at pressure. He gets brought down right at the line of scrimmage by the Toros. There on the sack or the tackle, whatever you want to call it, was Zach Bingham, the senior. First time we said his name all night, but a huge play on the defense by the Toros.
And a great sack there by Bingham, but even better, the whole entire D-line was in that backfield. 2 guys were getting the pressure, forcing him to step up early, and Bingham just got off of his man and just sacked him immediately as soon as he came across his face. And now we'll have to see this Toro offense in action once again.
The Toros setting up in prime field position. The ball is down at the 46-yard line of the Toros.
And once again, the Toros are starting in the Wildcat territory. We saw it earlier, and it ended in a touchdown. So we'll have to see if they can do it again here.
Here we go, Merwin. He's going to hand it off to Bodley, and he gets snuffed out right away by the Wildcats. A big play there by the Wildcats. Ladarian Bell. Something goes right for the Wildcats at last.
And you wonder if the Wildcats are just fed up with everything. He got in the backfield immediately and tackled Bodley. And so the Wildcats are trying to stop this Toro offense from getting more momentum.
Merwin takes the snap. He's going to run with it across the 40, to the 30. A great run there. I don't think that was a designed run, but it ended up working out that way. And it's another 1st down for the Toros.
And a great run there by Merwin. He saw no one was open. He saw the pressure was getting to him. He just stepped up and said, hey, let me take this across the 1st down marker, and did that. Gain of almost 20 yards, I believe, on the run there for Merwin.
Merwin is under center, and there is a flag on the play. We'll see what the refs call. And it'll be a false start on the offense.
That's a great notice there by the ref. I didn't see anyone move early. It was kind of easy to see the ones earlier, but this one I didn't see anything. But we are a little bit further away than they are on the field, so it might be a little bit easier for them than for me.
That'll push the ball back to the 37-yard line. But they are still in Wildcat territory and in prime position to go up by 5 scores. Merwin is going to be a handoff there. He's got wide open spaces all the way down to the 10-yard line. A huge hole. There was no one around him. That was Coy Bodley there with that run. And the Wildcats the Toros are set up in the red zone once again.
And Bodley there had a little bit of an active performance. He did something before the play, before he got the handoff. I didn't see exactly what it was, but whatever it did, it worked out for him.
It's a handoff to the right, or to the left, excuse me, again for Bodley. This time, though, the Wildcats are able to snuff it out. They got him tackled out of bounds, looks like at about the 8-yard line.
And this defense is angry. As you saw from the left side of the field, maybe you didn't, but Sterling Stapley just got hit hard and sat down immediately by this defense, and then eventually that player got the tackle. I wasn't fortunately see who it was, though.
Here we go. Merwin's going to throw it to the end zone. Oh, and the ball is dropped. A drop there by Bo and Jermaine, who caught the touchdown on the last time the Toros were on offense.
And you hate to see that. That's a young player right there. That's a sophomore. We saw him catch that touchdown earlier. He might have just got a little bit too in his head, a little bit too overconfident, and just flicked away at the last second, and the ball hit his hands and then eventually fell to the ground.
The nice thing for Jermaine is that it is a long season. He'll have plenty of chances to redeem himself on that play. Here we go, 3rd down. It's another handoff to Bodley, who gets wrapped up at the line of scrimmage there. The Wildcats were all over it. The tackle there, I believe, by Ladarian Bell.
And that's the first thing to go right for the Wildcats here. It looked like this drive was going to be another lost cause, but then the defense locked in and they just stopped the offense from gaining any more yards. It is now 4th and 7 inside the 10-yard line for the Toro offense.
The Toros are still out there on offense for this 4th down play. Here we go. 4th down, Merwin looks to throw. He's going to step up, he's going to run for it. He's got room and he's in for the touchdown.
Merwin is definitely confident in his legs. We saw that this drive with that big 20-yard run he had earlier to get first down on 3rd down. And then this play right here, no one was open. He saw a hole he liked. He decided to take it, just made a nice little move to get past the defender into the end zone.
It's turning into a rout here in Mesa, Arizona. That touchdown set up by Coy Bodley with an Academy Award-winning performance. And he got that big yardage gain. Mason's kick through the uprights, 35-0. The Toros are dominating this game.
And the confidence is going in the Toros' way. They have their heads held high. They know no matter what they do, it's going to result in positive yards or negative yards for the Wildcat offense. But I would like to see this Wildcat offense try and get something going. They had something going there for a little bit until they got to midfield, and then just got stuffed and hit hard and everything. So we'll have to see what the Wildcats have here in store for this drive.
Here we go. The Toros get set for the kickoff here. Riley Mason, he's had a busy night tonight. Had a couple of mistakes, but if you look at the score, you wouldn't know it.
Yes, Riley Mason clearly builds off the mistakes he had earlier. He started off the game with a kickoff out of bounds. He missed an extra point, but that clearly has not bothered him enough. He's made the 3 other extra points, and then every kickoff since his opening kickoff has been better than the other one. So we'll have to see if he can kick another touchback here right now.
Here we go. Mason gets set for the kickoff. And here it is. Bit of a high kick, but it's going to get fielded here by the Wildcats. And it's actually Bullock who fields it. He gets it out to the 20-yard line where he'll be brought down. And that's where the Wildcats will set up on offense. It has been a struggle on offense so far for the Wildcats. Drives that have ended in interceptions, 4th down, failed conversions. That last drive, it went nowhere like the plot of Lost. So what do the Wildcats do on this one as we approach halftime?
Well, we've seen some plays work out for them. We've seen the outside runs get them a couple yards. We've seen the short, quick little passes to the sidelines get them yards and first downs. I say you just keep pounding that. You keep pounding those plays and just let the QB do his job. He's clearly not having enough time with his O-line, so the O-line just needs to block and the QB just needs to run the game.
We got the offense spread out here. Pairs of wide receivers on both outsides. McDonald, he's in the shotgun formation as he's been all night. He's going to throw it on a screen pass here. And it's going to be a gain of about 5. A solid play there for the Wildcats. The catch was William Ellsworth, the senior wide receiver.
And like I said, keep spamming the quick passes, and there's not a quicker pass than the screen right there. And we just saw it. And it gets them about 5 yards on this offense. They keep hitting that. They keep getting. Eventually, one of these times, it'll hit for a big gain, and the momentum will be in their direction.
Here we go. 2nd down and 5 at the 26-yard line. McDonald has Bullock to his right. Man in motion, but it'll be a handoff to Bullock. He's got a hold there initially, but he's going nowhere. Swarmed by Toros. I believe that was a gain of 3 yards there. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
That could have been a lot worse. We saw a great block there by Fryman, blocking the edge right there, trying to seal it off so that way his running back Bullock can find the hole and get some extra yards. That could have been an easy loss, but Fryman putting his whole entire body, just shoulder checking the defensive end right there.
Here we go, a big 3rd down play coming up for the Wildcats. But they do seem to have something going here. We'll see if the Toros can stuff them on this 3rd down. Here we go. McDonald's going to keep it. Goes nowhere. The Toros easily bring him down. The tackle there was Slade Foster. A huge defensive play by the Toros. And once again, a drive just goes nowhere for the Wildcats. They just seem to be constantly running into brick walls.
And Foster just ran right through this blocking. No one even touched him, which is how McDonald immediately got brought down in the backfield. And so, like I said before, this blocking needs to get their act together and just block their guys, make sure their skill players can get yards, and that'll lead to 1st downs, and that'll lead them to scoring drives.
So far tonight, the defense for the Toros have been the walls of Troy, and the Wildcats, they have been the army of Agamemnon. Just cannot seem to siege these walls, and I don't think there's a Trojan horse in sight right now for them to break through.
Well, we've seen Mountain View get successful on some punt returns, with one of them being a touchdown, but every single punt that we have seen has almost been blocked by this Mountain View punt return team. We'll have to see if they continue putting pressure on the punter, or if they'll just back off and hopefully get more yards and hopefully maybe even get a touchdown.
There's the punt by the Wildcats, which went backwards for a penalty. Fair catch called there at the 45-yard line of the Wildcats by Skousen. And the Toros are going to get set up in prime field position once again, Ben, with 4 minutes, 7 seconds left in the half. They could go up by 6 scores right now.
Yeah, and I think they might actually do that with how good this offense has been so far. They just need to keep pounding the zone, keep pressuring this defense. And no matter how hard this defense has tried, last offensive drive for the Toros, the defense held them to 4th down, but then Merwin just found a hole, found an area, ran it in for an easy touchdown. So we'll see if the Wildcat defense can stop them this time before half.
So far, it has been a picture-perfect night for the Toros in their opening game here. Here we go, Merwin. He's in the backfield. They're in the shotgun formation to start this drive. There'll be a fake and a quick pass there to Teo Weeks, who gets the 1st down, and he's free. And then he gets brought down, tripped up there by the defender at about the 26-yard line. So right away, right in the first play of this drive, another big play for the Toros.
So in my opinion, the 3 hardest plays on offense to cover all have something in common. It's the option, it's the triple option, and it's the RPO, the run-pass option. That one right there was the RPO, and the reason why it's so effective is because he saw the safety up above, very high up, and there was a nice quick little screen pass, and it was a big gain right there.
Merwin throws another quick pass to Teo Weeks. This one not as big of a gain, looks like about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, Weeks had that big gain earlier, as we just saw on the slant play right there, trying to get something trying to get another big play here on the screen pass. The defense just broke right through the blocking and immediately brought him down for a quick little gain of 3.
Here we go, 2nd down. Merwin is in the shotgun. He's going to look to pass. Another quick pass here. He's got room. He's down at about the 11-yard line. Looks like it was Skylar Husted. Skylar Houston, that's the first time we said his name tonight in his first catch of the game. Everybody for this Mountain View offense has been contributing.
I like what I see from this Toro offense. They're spreading the pass share equally. Teo Weeks is getting his fair amount of targets, but everyone else has one target, one catch. So we'll have to see if they keep doing that throughout the game.
Everyone's going to throw to the end zone and just off the fingertips of Max Germain Jr. A little bit overthrown there, but I don't mind the call for Mountain View. They have all the momentum in the world. Why not take a shot at the end zone?
Yeah, that was a great pass there. Just a little bit overthrown, but that's exactly where you want to put that. He was heading towards the corner pylon. He hit it. He threw it towards the corner pylon just a little bit too far and out of the reach of Germain.
Here we go now for the Toros. It's second down. And a flag is on the field. A false start on the offense. So Mountain View gets hit with a false start penalty there. That's really been the only penalties that have been committed tonight have been false starts.
Well, we've seen Mountain View have a couple of them so far, but it really hasn't affected them. We'll see if Las Vegas can stop them and push them back even further, or if Mountain View continues their dominance here on this defense.
Here we go now. The ball will be down on the 17-yard line. Merwin, he's rolling out to his left. He's going to throw. He's got a man in the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown. And it is Teo Weeks on the catch.
Great pass there from Merwin. Just saw his receiver was open, chucked it up in the air, just out of the reach of the defender, and right into the hands of Weeks for the easy touchdown. And the Toros go up by 6 scores.
Pure domination on the gridiron tonight by the Mountain View High School Toros.
We'll have to wonder if the second half Mountain View will head towards their backups to get them some playing time here.
And the extra point attempt is good. 42-0, and the Mountain View Toros have figured out the meaning of life tonight. Just a dominant performance. The Wildcats can't have anything go their way. The Toros have everything going their way, and there's still 2.5 minutes till halftime.
And I think the Wildcats' longest drive was their first drive of the game, where they got inside the red zone and then threw a pick to this Mountain View defense. So we'll have to see if Mountain View can create a quick little 2-minute drive here towards the end of the half, but it will be a lot harder than usually, because they do not have any timeouts, as they wasted them all within the first 19 minutes of the game.
Here we go, Riley Mason. He has been busy tonight with these kickoffs and extra points as he gets set to do it once more. And the Wildcats are going to try to get anything going in this game to at least try to prevent it from being a shutout. That ball will go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
But like I said earlier, Mason has just been getting better. His last kick, didn't result in a touchback, but it resulted in a short little return from this Wildcat return team. He's gone back to the touchbacks, and that's exactly what you want to see as a high school kicker, especially in a game like this where you're just trying to show off how hard you can kick the ball.
All right, here we go. Wildcats get set up on offense once again, trying to do something, anything for this game to prevent a shutout. Here we go, McDonald throws. It's a screen pass there to number 3, but he goes nowhere on that play. King David was there on the catch, but once again, they just get stuffed. They have no answers for Mountain View's defense.
And it's so unfortunate for Las Vegas. But on screen passes, like I've been pounding them this whole entire time, this O-line just needs to get out there and block for their guy. If they can't get out there fast enough, their guy cannot get enough yards. And that we showed it right there as two guys went untouched as the other receiver did his job blocking his guy. So this O-line needs to get their stuff together and get in the game.
There we go. It's a handoff to Bullock there on second down. And he goes nowhere as well. There is just nothing here for the Wildcats.
Yeah. Bullock clearly is a great running back. We see him get some big yardage gains here, but like I said earlier, if he keeps on going up the middle, he's going to keep getting hit at the line of scrimmage and then driven back for no gain or loss of yards. He needs to stick to the outside, stick towards the hashes or the sideline, and that'll probably be their best chance of getting yards and getting down the field.
Here we go. It's already third down for the Wildcats with about a minute left to go in the half. Here we go. McDonald, he's going to take the snap. He's going to look to throw. He's got a man, but he is covered. No one was open. Pass was intended for King David. And it's fourth down already. Ben, just what is there anything the Wildcats can do?
I mean, Mountain View came out here with the chip on their shoulder, like I said in the pregame, and they are showing it right now. They were ready, they were prepared, and Las Vegas, they just weren't ready. So we'll have to see if halftime they can get the talking to from coach, and that'll motivate them. But right now it's kind of looking like a lost cause. It's already 42-0 here as the clock's winding down here in the first half. So maybe Mountain View can end the half on a punt return touchdown, but it's not looking good for Las Vegas.
Here we go. There's the punt for Skousen, who fields it at about the 48. He gets brought down at midfield, and that's going to do it for the first half of the game. So far, the Mountain View High School Toros, they have the power of a hydrogen bomb. 42-0, a dominating first half by the Toros tonight on defense, on offense, and special teams. We are going to be right back for this halftime break. Don't go anywhere. I'm Andrew Meyer. I'm here with Ben Emerson. Thank you for tuning in here to the Varsity Sports Show broadcast. We'll see you at the start of the second half.
Good evening, Varsity Sports Show fans. My name is Aiden Vasquez, and I'm thrilled to announce I'll be a part of the Varsity Sports Show team for the fall of 26th semester. Now, as a former high school athlete myself, I can definitely say that getting information to the certain communities and people surrounding these high schools is most important. Now, I'm able to share my love of sports with you all behind the camera and over the microphone. But till then, I'll see you all on game day.
The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat.
Everyone, my name is Angelica Nicasio, and I'm excited to be joining the Varsity Sports Show team as a sports broadcasting intern for fall of 2026. I am currently studying sports media and journalism at UNLV with a passion for being in front of the camera and telling the stories behind sports. Outside of broadcasting, I love running 5Ks and competing in beauty pageants, which have both taught me, honestly, confidence, discipline, and how to push myself outside of my comfort zone. I'm excited to bring that same energy and confidence to the Varsity Sports Show, gain hands-on experience, and grow as a sports broadcaster. and I definitely can't wait to get started.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
Hello, my name is Andrew Meyer, and I am excited to be an intern at the Varsity Sports Show. I have a passion for sports storytelling, and I cannot wait to share some of the most exciting stories from around the sports world this fall. I am a senior at Arizona State University and currently working toward a degree in sports journalism with a long-term goal of working in sports media and broadcasting.
Growing up, sports were everywhere in my life. Now I get to be the one to tell the stories behind them. Hi, I'm Alexia Neal, and I'm a media intern with the Varsity Sports Show and a film and media production honors student at Arizona State University. I'm excited to showcase the power of a great story through the Varsity Sports Show, covering all the sports content from the Phoenix metro area this semester. See you all on the other side of the lens.
Good evening, Varsity Sports Show fans. My name is Aiden Vasquez, and I'm thrilled to announce I'll be a part of the Varsity Sports Show team for the fall of 26th semester. Now, as a former high school athlete myself, I can definitely say that getting information to the certain communities and people surrounding these high schools is most important. Now, I'm able to share my love of sports with you all behind the camera and over the microphone. But till then, I'll see you all on game day.
The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat.
Everyone, my name is Angelica Nicasio, and I'm excited to be joining the Varsity Sports Show team as a sports broadcasting intern for fall of 2026. I am currently studying sports media and journalism at UNLV with a passion for being in front of the camera and telling the stories behind sports. Outside of broadcasting, I love running 5Ks and competing in beauty pageants, which have both taught me, honestly, confidence, discipline, and how to push myself outside of my comfort zone. I'm excited to bring that same energy and confidence to the Varsity Sports Show, gain hands-on experience, and grow as a sports broadcaster. And I definitely can't wait to get started.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
Hello, my name is Andrew Meyer, and I am excited to be an intern at the Varsity Sports Show. I have a passion for sports storytelling, and I cannot wait to share some of the most exciting stories from around the sports world this fall. I am a senior at Arizona State University and currently working toward a degree in sports journalism with a long-term goal of working in sports media and broadcasting.
Growing up, sports were everywhere in my life. Now I get to be the one to tell the stories behind them. Hi, I'm Alexia Neal, and I'm a media intern with the Varsity Sports Show and a film and media production honors student at Arizona State University. I'm excited to showcase the power of a great story through the Varsity Sports Show, covering all the sports content from the Phoenix metro area this semester. See you all on the other side of the lens.
Good evening, Varsity Sports Show fans. My name is Aiden Vasquez, and I'm thrilled to announce I'll be a part of the Varsity Sports Show team for the fall of 26 semester. Now, as a former high school athlete myself, I can definitely say that getting information to the certain communities and people surrounding these high schools is most important. Now, I'm able to share my love of sports with you all behind the camera and over the microphone. But till then, I'll see you all on game day.
The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat.
Everyone, my name's Angelica Nicasio, and I'm excited to be joining the Varsity Sports Show team as a sports broadcasting intern for fall of 2026. I am currently studying sports media and journalism at UNLV with a passion for being in front of the camera and telling the stories behind sports. Outside of broadcasting, I love running 5Ks and competing in beauty pageants, which have both taught me honestly confidence, discipline, and how to push myself outside of my comfort zone. I'm excited to bring that same energy and confidence to the Varsity Sports Show, gain hands-on experience, and grow as a sports broadcaster. And I definitely can't wait to get started.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
Hello, my name is Andrew Meyer, and I am excited to be an intern at the Varsity Sports Show. I have a passion for sports storytelling, and I cannot wait to share some of the most exciting stories from around the sports world this fall. I am a senior at Arizona State University and currently working toward a degree in sports journalism with a long-term goal of working in sports media and broadcasting.
Growing up, sports were everywhere in my life. Now I get to be the one to tell the stories behind them. Hi, I'm Alexia Neal, and I'm a media intern with the Varsity Sports Show and a film and media production honors student at Arizona State University. I'm excited to showcase the power of a great story through the Varsity Sports Show, covering all the sports content from the Phoenix metro area this semester. See you all on the other side of the lens.
Hey everyone, my name is Sharat Huzal, and I'll be joining the Varsity Sports Show team this fall. I'm a film and television student at the University of Arizona, minoring in communication, and sports have always been a huge part of my life. From competing in triathlon to equestrian, I've always loved the competition, the stories, and everything that comes with sports. I'm super excited to bring that passion into media and share some great sports stories with you guys this fall.
Good evening, Varsity Sports Show fans. My name is Aiden Vasquez, and I'm thrilled to announce I'll be a part of the Varsity Sports Show team for the fall of 26 semester. Now, as a former high school athlete myself, I can definitely say that getting information to the certain communities and people surrounding these high schools is most important. Now, I'm able to share my love of sports with you all behind the camera and over the microphone. But till then, I'll see you all on game day.
The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat.
Everyone, my name's Angelica Nicasio, and I'm excited to be joining the Varsity Sports Show team as a sports broadcasting intern for fall of 2026. I am currently studying sports media and journalism at UNLV with a passion for being in front of the camera and telling the stories behind sports. Outside of broadcasting, I love running 5Ks and competing in beauty pageants, which have both taught me honestly confidence, discipline, and how to push myself outside of my comfort zone. I'm excited to bring that same energy and confidence to the Varsity Sports Show, gain hands on experience, and grow as a sports broadcaster. And I definitely can't wait to get started.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
Hello, my name is Andrew Meyer, and I am excited to be an intern at the Varsity Sports Show. I have a passion for sports storytelling, and I cannot wait to share some of the most exciting stories from around the sports world this fall. I am a senior at Arizona State University and currently working toward a degree in sports journalism with a long-term goal of working in sports media and broadcasting.
Growing up, sports were everywhere in my life. Now I get to be the one to tell the stories behind them. Hi, I'm Alexia Neal, and I'm a media intern with the Varsity Sports Show and a film and media production honors student at Arizona State University. I'm excited to showcase the power of a great story through the Varsity Sports Show, covering all the sports content from the Phoenix metro area this semester. See you all on the other side of the lens.
Hey everyone, my name is Charlotte Huzal, and I'll be joining the Varsity Sports Show team this fall. I'm a film and television student at the University of Arizona, minoring in communication, and sports have always been a huge part of my life. From competing in triathlon to equestrian, I've always loved the competition, the stories, and everything that comes with sports. I'm super excited to bring that passion into media and share some great sports stories with you guys this fall.
The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat.
Everyone, my name's Angelica Nicasio, and I'm excited to be joining the Varsity Sports Show team as a sports broadcasting intern for fall of 2026. I am currently studying sports media and journalism at UNLV with a passion for being in front of the camera and telling the stories behind sports. Outside of broadcasting, I love running 5Ks and competing in beauty pageants, which have both taught me honestly confidence, discipline, and how to push myself outside of my comfort zone. I'm excited to bring that same energy and confidence to the Varsity Sports Show, gain hands on experience, and grow as a sports broadcaster. And I definitely can't wait to get started.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
Hello, my name is Andrew Meyer, and I am excited to be an intern at the Varsity Sports Show. I have a passion for sports storytelling, and I cannot wait to share some of the most exciting stories from around the sports world this fall. I am a senior at Arizona State University and currently working toward a degree in sports journalism with a long-term goal of working in sports media and broadcasting.
Growing up, sports were everywhere in my life. Now I get to be the one to tell the stories behind them. Hi, I'm Alexia Neal, and I'm a media intern with the Varsity Sports Show and a film and media production honors student at Arizona State University. I'm excited to showcase the power of a great story through the Varsity Sports Show, covering all the sports content from the Phoenix metro area this semester. See you all on the other side of the lens.
Hey everyone, my name is Charlotte Huzal, and I'll be joining the Varsity Sports Show team this fall. I'm a film and television student at the University of Arizona, minoring in communication, and sports have always been a huge part of my life. From competing in triathlon to equestrian, I've always loved the competition, the stories, and everything that comes with sports. I'm super excited to bring that passion into media and share some great sports stories with you guys this fall.
Good evening, Varsity Sports Show fans. My name is Aiden Vasquez, and I'm thrilled to announce I'll be a part of the Varsity Sports Show team for the fall of 26th semester. Now, as a former high school athlete myself, I can definitely say that getting information to the certain communities and people surrounding these high schools is most important. Now, I'm able to share my love of sports with you all behind the camera and over the microphone. But till then, I'll see you all on game day.
Hello, welcome back, fans of the Varsity Sports Show. Thank you for tuning in to this broadcast here of the Mountain View High School Toros versus the Las Vegas High School Wildcats. My name is Andrew Meyer. To my right is Ben Emerson. Ben, the first half was a dominant performance by the Toros. The score is 42-0. What do you expect to see out here in this second half?
Well, like I said a lot in the first half, for this Toros team, you got to start out the game hard and you got to finish even harder.
Yeah.
This Toros team came out hot, and they showed it as they're up 42-0. So I'm excited to see how they continue keeping that level, keeping this game going, and continue their dominance over this Las Vegas team.
And for Las Vegas, what can they do to try to stop the bleeding or prevent this from being a shutout?
Well, the game starts in the trenches, and for this, and on the football field, the trenches is the line. Both the O-line and the D-line need to get up and need to get better. So we'll see how they do it for the second half.
Here we go. There's the kickoff. It is fielded by the Toros. He's got a big hole. He's past midfield. There's no way it's going to happen again. He's getting chased down, and he's not there. Touchdown, Toros. Tristan Wills with the return. There was a punt return touchdown earlier. Now a kickoff return touchdown to start the second half. The Toros just keep piling it on. It is actually unbelievable, Ben.
Well, we saw something kind of similar in the first half. The Toros, their first attempt at getting the ball resulted in a return touchdown. We saw it with Cash Skousen earlier with the punt return touchdown, and now Tristan Wills gets a kick return touchdown to start off this second half. And so this offense gets an even longer break after halftime before they have to make their first appearance here in the second half.
Just like that, 7 touchdowns scored by the Toros tonight. Mason with the kick. It is through the uprights, 49-0, and the Toros are right on the verge of dropping a 50-burger onto the Wildcats. But the one bright side to this, if you could even call it that for Las Vegas, is that they get to go on offense right now, and they get a chance to show what they have on the field for this second half and try to fight with their heads held up high.
Well, I 100% believe that the head coach of Las Vegas told his team, forget about the first half. This is a 0-0 ball game. Let's continue playing this game like it's ours. So far, I mean, it's off to a rough start again, but that's just because we haven't seen this Las Vegas team on offense yet, and so I'm excited to see how they come out of this halftime and see if they can actually put points up on the board, or if they're just going to continue playing the game that they've been playing and get dominated by this Mountain View defense.
All right, here we go. Mason will on the kickoff again. It has been a busy night for Riley Mason with all these kickoffs and extra points tonight. He did miss one earlier, but the Toros made up for it with a 2-point conversion. And now we get to see the Wildcats on offense once again. There's the kick. and it'll go out of bounds. That's the second time tonight that Riley Mason has had a kickoff go out of bounds. His first kickoff of the game went out of bounds, but obviously that hasn't stopped the Toros at all. Might as well have been forgotten at this point with how dominant they've been. But now the Wildcats get set up on offense. They'll set up shop at the 40-yard line. Some nice field position, and they desperately need it. They need something, anything to go their way on this drive.
Well, when you're kicking against the wind, it's really hard to kick it straight. And we have seen that so far with Mason. 2 kicks going out of bounds, almost identical spots and almost identical times. His first kickoff out of bounds was to begin the game. This is the first kickoff they've had in the second half, and it was basically to begin the half, as it's only been a minute since the half started. So we'll have to see if he continues to progress like he did in the first half.
And it looks like there's a new man under center for the Wildcats, as it's a handoff on this opening play. But that goes nowhere. It'll actually be a loss of yards, perhaps. But it looks like that Luis Millen is in the game at quarterback for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and you just have to feel bad for Tyrese Smith-McDonald. Putting in the backup immediately as the half comes out has to hurt the confidence, especially for the senior quarterback in his last season of high school football. But maybe this coaching staff just wanted to see what the freshman has to offer and see what he could do to lead this team to score as they're trying to get away from this shutout here tonight.
All right, here we go. He takes the snap, and he's going to keep it after a fake to, and he gets brought down. It was a fake to Bullock, and that play also goes nowhere. It'll be a third down.
Well, this Mountain View defense really can read the option very well. They have a great scheme on their defense to read it. It looks like they always have a guy following the running back and a guy always following the QB. And with how rough this O-line has been blocking tonight, it seems like all the guys can just get through. So half of them go towards the running back to try and stop that if he hands it off. Half of them go towards the quarterback if he keeps it. And so really, the option play for this Las Vegas offense is just not going anywhere because the defense is reading it that well, and they have the scheme and they have the plan to how to stop it.
As streamers get thrown in the stands right now, the home crowd having themselves a great night. Millen, he's going to throw deep, he's got a man, and it's intercepted! Intercepted by Cash Skousen. The pass was intended for Deshaun Dayon, but it was overthrown, and Skousen, who had a huge punt return touchdown earlier in the game, gets an interception.
Well, I wonder if this team likes to take the big shots so much that no matter what, they're just going to take it. They had something going when they were doing the short passes at the end of the first half, but as we saw why they struggled so much at the beginning of the first half was because they kept taking the deep passes, and it would result in either overthrown receivers or interceptions. And we just see another one right there, as it looked like he was targeting Skousen for the reception, even though he was on the defense. So Las Vegas has to figure out what they're doing on the offense, especially with passing the ball, if they want to continue doing the short routes or they want to just keep taking shots downfield, because that's just what they want to do.
Ball is down at the 16. A pass by Merwin. It gets bobbled and eventually dropped there by Bowen Germain. That's the second drop he's had tonight, but he did have a big touchdown earlier in the game, and that's what really matters for the young sophomore player in his first game on varsity.
Yes, the touchdown we saw earlier was electric, but it seems like he's still very raw with his hands, as that is 2 easy drops, 2 wide open passes that were in his hands, and then he just looked away at the last second and then just fell to incompletion.
On that play, it was a run to Skylar Husted there. Gained maybe about a yard, I'd say maybe 2. It looks like the ball's down at the 18-yard line. It'll be third down. Very interesting here for the Toros that Braden Merwin is still in at quarterback and not going to the backup QB.
Well, I wonder if they have no other QBs on the roster. As I was doing my research earlier, the only other QB I saw was Brock White, and it looks like he's not even playing tonight, as it looks like he has an apparent injury. So I wonder if Merwin just is the only QB they have on the roster, or if they just want him to continue piling up the stats and spread the stat sheet out so much as he's been doing tonight.
Well, tonight has been a banner night for Braden Merwin. He has played exceptionally well tonight, as well as the entire Toro team. But Merwin, he has gotten the ball to many different weapons on this offense tonight. He's spread the love so far. Here we go. It looks like it's going to be a handoff here to the outside, and he gets brought down immediately. It looks like no gain there. The run was by Luke Wizenet.
Yes, a new face on the offense. As we've seen so many times, they like to spread the ball out a lot. As they have that many options on offense, you might as well do it. Wizenet just got torn apart right there. He lost the ball at the end, but he was already tackled and out of bounds, so it seemed like it didn't really matter that much, but he just got bent both ways as he got tackled facing one way, and then another defender came going the other way. So I'm glad to see that he's okay and still out there.
They're going for it on 4th down here. It's a 4th down and 2. Maybe trying to draw Las Vegas off sides with the hard count. Oh, and Merwin's going to keep it. He gets the first down, but there is a flag on the field.
That looked a little weird. That looked like a false start on the offense. I think it was a false start on the QB as no one was ready. And I think only the center and the QB were ready. And so, yeah, it's very unfortunate. That was a first down, too, for Mountain View, and now they're setting up in punt formation, looking to punt it away for the first time tonight.
The first punt of the game. It'll be punted by Bowen Germain that we mentioned earlier, who had that big touchdown play. So the young sophomore in his first game as a varsity footballer will make his first ever varsity football punt. There's the boot. Goes past midfield. It's taking a Wildcat bounce, then a Toro bounce. Down at the 41-yard line.
Interesting punt there. You know, it was a straight line drive. It got down the field in a hurry as he punted it from inside the 10. Almost looked like actually around the 10-yard line, but it went all the way down into Wildcat territory and bounced for the first time at the opposing 40-yard line. So even though it was a line drive punt, it was a long punt. It was a good punt as the defense now looks to continue stopping this Wildcat offense.
The ball is down at the 42, actually. But right now, the Wildcats were trying to get anything going here. This defense for the Toros have been ferocious, and they have feasted on the offensive line and all the skills position players for the Wildcats. They did manage to get down the field once. Let's see what they can do. And it's a handoff here to Bullock. Looks like a gain of maybe 1.
Well, like I mentioned earlier, one of the Wildcats' main problems here is the center snaps. It is not. He is lofting it back there, and it's just wasting a lot of time. It's allowing the defense to get past the offensive line and get into the backfield immediately to tackle the defender, to tackle the running back or the QB immediately. So the center needs to get his snaps better and whistle them back there so the QB has more time to make a read.
Again, Luis Millen is in the backfield for the Wildcats. He throws, it's a completion, but the man falls down immediately. Complete at the 45-yard line. The catch there was made by Damian Reeleford.
Looked like a little bit of an awkward catch there, a little bit of a bobble there. Once again, these receivers, they keep pulling their eyes away from the ball before they even bring it in. But luckily, Rutherford was lucky enough to keep a hold of it and pin it against his side before getting hit hard and then falling backwards. So very fortunate for the Wildcat offense to get some positive yards here.
Here we go, Millen, he's in the shotgun. McDonald was in the shotgun all night tonight as well. Seems to be continuing here with the backup QB. There was a Toro player who looked like he jumped, but he didn't go across the neutral zone, so no penalty. Millen throws overhead through the hands of William Ellsworth, almost was able to bring it down, and that'll be 4th down at the 45-yard line.
And that's unfortunate. I know it's hard playing QB, it's hard playing receiver, it's hard playing cornerback and everything, but the cornerback actually overran that route. He threw Millen threw that ball up the field, and if the receiver was at a little bit more of a range, he could have caught that and taken that for a first down, and even more, as the quarterback was running towards him looking for the big hit and then realized the ball was in the air and tried to jump after it. So very, very lucky timing there for the Toros, as the ball was just a little bit overthrown, and now we have another Wildcat punt here.
The Wildcats have been aggressive in going for it in the on 4th down in the first half, but here Perez will make a punt once again tonight. A little bit of a low snap, but he's able to handle it. He gets the bunt downfield. It takes a Wildcat bounce, and it'll come to rest at the 18-yard line, where the Toros will get set up for their second offensive drive of this half.
And that's about as good as a punt as you want right there. This Toro offense got shut down last drive when they were around the same area. So we'll have to see if the Wildcat defense can do it again, as we'll see as the Wildcat defense shut them down last time. Will the Toro offense continue their dominance in this whole entire game, or is something going to go the way of the Wildcats this time?
All right, here we go. Merwin once again is out there as the QB. Although right now it looks like a little bit of communication between the refs as they try to get an exact spot for the ball or get the correct ball out onto the field.
Yeah, usually around this point in the game, you would want to rest your starters, continue. They've played a good enough game. They want to keep them healthy for the rest of the year, make them not tired for the rest of the year. But it looks like Mountain View just wants their players to get the full game experience under their belts, as they are just keeping the starters out there for right now, as even with the 49-point lead.
It is the first game of the year for the Toros. And there is a flag on the field, a penalty, but it is on the Wildcats.
That is the first penalty on the defense we have seen tonight. Every single penalty we have seen has been on the offense. So a little bit interesting, a little bit strange to see something go the other way.
But once again, it's just another example of things not going the way for the Wildcats, and it'll be a 1st and 5 now for the Toros. Offensive lineman moving on the line of scrimmage here. Merwin is under center. He'll take the snap. He's going to look to throw it here on a play action. He throws, he's got a man, it's a completion. He's passed for the first down. Leads with his shoulder, but he's down at about the 36-yard line. It's hard to see. Sterling Stapley, he's the one that made the catch there. First time we said his name tonight.
And a great throw under pressure there. There was a defender in the face of Merwin, and he just nice and softly released it towards the sideline into the flats, and Stapley was right there. Got a big gain right there with a couple of moves. Easy to move sticks right there.
Another quick pass for Merwin to a man who's wide open. He gets past some defenders. He's running down the field. He's not getting stopped. Pay dirt is reached, and it's been 50-plus points tonight for the Toros. A 50-burger take them out to the burger joint. And 55-0.
55 unanswered. To extend on what you just said right there, not only was it a 50-burger, this defense shut down Las Vegas offense so much that it's 55 unanswered, and it's 55-0. Great pass right there, a little bit behind the receiver Houston, but Houston adjusted to it, caught it, and just ran the whole entire way, getting away from defenders like he was infected with a virus or something.
There's the extra point attempt by Mason. It is good. 8 touchdowns tonight by the Toros, 56-0. You know, Ben, usually when you say that you're flipping burgers, that's usually in a negative connotation, but tonight it's been the exact opposite for the Toros. They've cooked up a 50-burger tonight.
And you have to wonder if the Toros are going to go out afterwards, have a nice little team dinner for some burgers after putting on a 50-burger against this team. As it looks like they're going to drain the clock down and go to the 4th quarter, as it's been running this whole entire time. And that was a quick little quarter right there. It didn't even feel like 12 minutes. But here we are heading into the 4th quarter.
Not at all, Ben. A quick 3rd quarter. That flew by. Unless if you're a part of the Wildcats, this game has been agonizingly long. That's the end of 3. It's 56-0. Toros. Mountain View has got to be so pleased with themselves about how they have kicked off this season. This is their first game of the year. And you wouldn't know it. They look like they've been playing for about as many years as their points on the board.
Well, we were all interested to see how the Toros would do with a new guy running their offense, and it's safe to say they are very pleased with Braden Merwin and how he's led this offense. And it's looked like Brady Goodman, his services were no longer needed, as it's now Braden Merwin's show, especially now in the year 2026.
Here we go. Mason to kick us off and begin the 4th quarter. In one one has been an absolute rout tonight. There's the kickoff to the Wildcats. And an unfortunate bounce there. It's fielded at the 1. Can't tell which player picked it up for the Wildcats, but he brought it out to, looks like, the 16-yard line.
That's an unfortunate bounce for Las Vegas, but that's a great bounce for Mountain View. He said what I said earlier. He heard what I said earlier and trying to let it bounce and go to the end zone. It just, unfortunately, that one had a lot of backspin on it, and it just stopped at the 1. And by the time he picked it up, all the Mountain View defenders were already at the 20. And so it's just unfortunate for Las Vegas, but if you're Mountain View, everything is just going right besides maybe a couple of kicks here or there. But even then, you could still overpower all the bad kicks with all the good kicks.
Certainly Mason has been better than he has been worse tonight. A great recovery after a couple early mistakes in the first quarter. Now at this point, feels like a completely different game. You would never know. But right now,
I think it's a completely different team out there for Mountain View. I think they have all their backups in on defense, as I see Mason out there at safety, and he has not been in the game other than kicking.
Flag is on the field here before the Wildcats can run their first play of the fourth quarter. And it's a false start on the offense. Just another example in a long list of examples of unfortunate events and unfortunate circumstances for the Wildcats tonight. The exact opposite of the Toros.
This is going to be a night that they will forget, as they're going to try and forget about tonight and just move on the next week, as they are going to try and be better, be stronger, be absolutely the best they could be against their opponent next week.
Here we go, Millen. He'll take the snap. He's going to look to throw here. Throwing to his right. He's got a man deep downfield. It's Dayon, but he's out of bounds. He hauled the ball in, but out of bounds. Unfortunate for the Wildcats, but a nice looking play here. Great connection there from Millen to Dayon. Although the ball pass did look a little underthrown, but still a great catch even if out of bounds.
What a great catch. You know, high school football, you're young, you don't really learn toe tapping and everything, and then once you get to college, you learn how to tap with one toe. But high school, you actually have to be in bounds with 2 feet, so you really do have to learn how to toe tap. That's one of the harder plays where you can't really toe tap since it was underthrown and he was going the other direction. But if he had just been a little bit more towards the actual field and not towards the sideline, he maybe could have gotten back and caught that ball and caught it in bounds for a big gain, and that could have been the momentum that Las Vegas needed.
Millen looks to throw. He's got some pressure. He rolls out to his left, and he's going to get brought down near the end zone there. That was Slade Foster who was able to tackle him. He was chased out by, I believe, Scotland Heel. They are saying he's down at the 4-yard line for third down. A huge loss there.
And Las Vegas is very fortunate that they had forward progress right there, as when he got hit, he was at the 4-yard line, and then he got brought down right around the 1 or even in the end zone. So the forward progress was on the side of Las Vegas at this point, but now it's third and very long, almost a mile long at this point, as Las Vegas is just looking to get some yards on this point and just punt the ball away, and hopefully they're just trying to drain clock so that way this terrible game for them can be over.
All right, here we go. Third and a Walmart parking lot for the Wildcats. Millen is in his end zone in the shotgun formation. He takes the snap here. He rolls out. He gets a quick completion out to his man. He's down at the 10. The catch was made by William Ellsworth.
You have to wonder if the refs are also just letting the boys play. This play clock hits 0-0, and it was at 0-0 for a good 3 seconds, but they didn't throw the flag or anything, and Las Vegas continued their play. So I wonder if the refs are just trying to get this game over with, as it's already 56-0 with a full running clock no matter what. So we'll have to see how the refs continue impacting this game on their end.
All right, here we go. Wildcats are going to punt it away. Skousen is at the 43-yard line of the Wildcats to retrieve the punt. There's the punt, a big boot there Skousen catches it at the 46, but he's got a hole. He's got room to run. He's taking it all the way, and for a second time tonight, Cash Skousen has returned it for a touchdown. And it's now 62 points.
And that might be his third touchdown. Again, I don't know the scoring on the pick six potential earlier where he fell on top of it where it looked like it was a fumble. But even so, 2 punt return touchdowns in one game, that is absolutely insane. And it shows that Cash Skousen is not someone to be messing with. No matter how much of a lead you have, he's always going to find his way to the end zone and try and score.
And the Toros just keep at it. The Wildcats are desperate to get out of this game and go back home to Las Vegas. There's the kick by Mason. Once again, the extra point attempt is good. 63-0, Ben.
You know, Las Vegas is the city that never sleeps. You have to wonder if they're going to get good night's sleeps or if that saying is going to be true for this Las Vegas high school team, as they might have nightmares after this game for how much of a pounding they've been getting.
It has been a nightmare game, a nightmare trip down south here into Mesa, Arizona. There's just not much more you can really say tonight about the performance on either side of the ball. But Mountain View, this is their opening game of the season. You couldn't draw it up any better tonight. I think it's going to be a great celebration for all the players on that team tonight. They got to be feeling great about the rest of the season upcoming.
And it hasn't just been one specific player. It's been the whole entire team. You know, we saw Braden Merwin get a lot of good throws, get some good runs, get a rushing touchdown in there. Coy Bodley had a rushing touchdown at the very beginning of the game. Teo Weeks had a big touchdown here in the first half. So really, it's just been the whole entire team on offense, and then defense has just been a unit packed full of like fiery bursts and energy, and this Las Vegas team just has no answer to it. And then special teams, of course, we have to talk about Cash Skousen, 2 punt return touchdowns, some of even more punt returns that could have been touchdowns. He just got tripped up on a couple of them. Really, he was the player of the game in my opinion.
I was just about to say the same thing, Ben. I believe he has been the player of the game. I mean, the entire team might as well be the player of the game. They have just been perfect all night long on all 3 phases of the game. You want to talk about complete football, that has been what the Mountain View Toros have done tonight. About as complete as a game as you could ever want. Now the Wildcats are going to just try to prevent a shutout here. There's a run for Bullock. He's got a huge hole. He's running down the sideline. He's to midfield before he gets wrapped up past midfield. Tackled there on the play. I don't see the name for that player, unfortunately. But a great play there by the defense, but a great play by Stephen Bullock to get that big run. Probably the best play the Wildcats have had on offense tonight.
And I was about to say, it looked like he got tackled past midfield, but they set him up just behind midfield, and that would have been their first play past midfield since the very beginning of the game when they were in the Toro red zone. So we'll have to see if they can continue pushing the ball forward and keep getting more yards and finally get that first play into Toro territory.
Here we go. They're at the 50-yard line, exactly at midfield. 4.5 minutes to play. Another handoff to Bullock. He's able to get a few yards there. I think might be 3 if they give him forward progress. The refs are going to have him down at the 48-yard line, so a gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
And if you're Las Vegas right now, you're just trying to get points on the board. You don't want to get shut out, especially when you travel so far when you travel from Las Vegas to Mesa. That's a long drive, and they don't want to be shut out in their opponent's home, especially on their first game of the season. So at this point, Las Vegas is just looking to score, looking to get points on the board. Doesn't matter whether it's a touchdown, whether it's a field goal. They just want points on the board. They don't want to go home with no points on the board.
Here we go. Wildcats get set up for this second down. They are in Toro territory, trying to get any points to end this game. Another handoff to Bullock. He's able to get some blocking and a nice hard run there. Gets them to about the 45-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 5 now.
And it looks like Las Vegas is going to keep running the same play. They're going to keep running halfback dive, halfback whatever play. They just want to keep running the ball. He's been the only source of positive yardage gains from this offense, and so they want to give it. They want to give it to him, and they just want him to. They just want to show their appreciation for how hard he's been working and how he's basically been this whole entire offense tonight.
That he has been, Ben. All right, here we go. Milan, he takes the snap. It's another handoff, and he's free. There he goes down the sideline. He gets chased out of bounds, almost to the 10-yard line. Another big run by Bullock there. He is doing pretty well on this final drive, I believe, for the Wildcats tonight. Gets them into scoring position, and the Wildcats are close to preventing this from being a shutout.
And a great track down there. I believe that was Bo Dyer, and he just ran all the way across the field as he's the far end defensive end, and he did not give up on that play. He did not want them scoring, and so that goes to show you how much this Toro defense is willing to keep the shutout going, as he just ran all the way across the field, didn't give up on the play just to prevent Bullock from scoring.
A well-disciplined unit indeed. Bullock was marked out of bounds at the 15-yard line, so that's where they'll set up for this 1st and 10 in the red zone. Here we go, Milan, he's going to take the snap, another handoff to Bullock. He cuts, but has nowhere to go. It looks like maybe a no gain for the Wildcats as we are under 2 minutes to play.
Yeah, this defense has finally figured out what the Wildcat offense is doing. They're just going to keep feeding Bullock, keep running it up the middle, and they know they can beat this offensive line. They've done it this whole entire game. They've done it with when they've had full energy, and they're going to continue doing it when they're down and low on energy. And so at this point, Bullock is going to keep finessing his way around the defenders. He's going to keep fighting his way for more yards, and he's going to eventually, hopefully, find his way into that end zone.
The Wildcats are letting the clock run down here. They only have enough time for 2 more plays. So 2 more chances to prevent the shutout for the Wildcats. Milan takes the snap. He looks to throw. He's going to throw to the end zone just off the fingertips of William Ellsworth.
That would have been a great play. That was a scoring drive. That was a scoring play right there. He was wide open, just off the fingertips. It would have been an amazing catch if he had brought it in. Unfortunately, he did not bring it in, and now the Wildcats are down to their final play to try and prevent the shutout and go home with at least some points, not just come to Mesa just to play 48 minutes of nothing football.
Here we go. This is going to be the last play of the game. Wildcats currently are taking their time. Probably just let the play clock run down all the way. And now a timeout has been called with 20 seconds left by the Wildcats.
Timeout, Wildcats.
Ben, as this game is about to come to a close, I just want to say for myself and for you, we thank you so much for tuning in tonight to the Varsity Sports Show broadcast. Despite the score, we've had a lot of fun covering this game for you tonight, and we are very thankful for this opportunity to broadcast this game, and we are very thankful for our listening audience to enjoy this game with us.
Yes, and we are going to continue doing these games, whether it's Mountain View, whether it's other places all around. We're all over Arizona, the Phoenix area, the Tucson area. We're in Vegas as well. There's other spots as well. So if you just tune in to us, I'm sure there's going to be something going, whether it's a live stream for a game, whether it's a show that we have on the radio. Something will be going on. It will be much appreciated if you just continue watching us and continue supporting us.
Here we go. The Wildcats run out to the 15-yard line. The final play of the game. One last chance to prevent a shutout for the Las Vegas High School Wildcats. As has been the formula all game, it's the quarterback, Millen, in the backfield with Bullock beside him. 20 seconds left to play. 63-0. And currently they're looking towards the sideline. Trips bunch on the right side of the field for the Wildcats with Ellsworth on the left. Here we go. Millen takes the snap. It's a handoff to Bullock, and he's got nowhere to go. Wrapped up on the play by the Toros. And that, I believe, is going to do it. Vincent Sosha was there on the stop. And it is over. The Mountain View High School Toros dominate the day 63-0 over the Las Vegas Wildcats. I don't even think dominant is the right word to describe what we saw on this field today. It was a no contest game. All three phases of the game tonight were on full display, in full sync. Honestly, outside of a couple rough kicks that honestly didn't even mean anything, a couple drops that didn't mean anything, a perfect game.
Yeah, that was
Toros.
really just a dominant performance from Mountain View. It looked like an NFL team playing against a Pee Wee team. Mountain View just came into this game and they just put their feet to the throats of Las Vegas and did not hold up anyway. They started strong, they ended stronger. Like I've been saying this whole entire time, and that's how you win high school football games. This is going to be a fun season for them.
All right. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching tonight here on the Varsity Sports Show broadcast. My name is Andrew Meyer. My colleague, Ben Emerson, we were very thankful for you listening in tonight. We were very thankful to bring you this game. Tune in next week for more Friday night football action across Phoenix, Tucson, and Las Vegas. Once again, for myself and my colleague, Ben, this has been the Varsity Sports Show broadcast. The Mountain View High School Toros win 63-0 over the Las Vegas High School Wildcats. Thank you so much for watching. And